Hi guys and welcome to MotorBeam. We are giving away a OnePlus 60. All you have to do is subscribe to MotorBeam and MotorBeam Hindi, like this video, comment on this video and follow us on Instagram. Hi guys and welcome to MotorBeam. Honda, a motorcycle company which enjoys majority market share in most of the countries it is present in. And recently they conducted the Honda Asian Journey. Well, what exactly is Honda Asian Journey? They call riders from Asian countries, namely 6 countries, and I was part of the contingent which went from India, and we rode all over Malaysia, and finally the ride concluded at the MotoGP race in Sepang, where we also saw the race. But I also got a chance to ride a slew of Honda motorcycles, the big bikes. Starting off with the first day when we reached Malaysia and we were very jet lagged, so we were sleeping all day. We had a big party at Hard Rock Cafe, and the next day the riding started. First, we were given a safety briefing, police briefing, and then we were given to ride a slew of motorcycles on a simulated track wherein we actually got hold of the motorcycles, tried to understand them better, and actually it was like a warm-up session. And then the flag off happened. I was riding the Honda BFR 1200X Cross Tourer X, which basically is an automatic motorcycle. It has plenty of displacement, plenty of power, plenty of torque, and it might not look exciting, but it's a very practical machine. It uses a shaft drive, which means that you can ride it in any condition, good amount of performance, and the DCT gearbox actually works quite well on this machine. After riding on the beautiful Malaysian roads for almost a couple of hours, it was time to swap once we filled fuel. And the motorcycle which I was going to ride on the highway as well as on the ghats was nothing other than the Honda Goldwing. Well, it wasn't the latest generation, it was a generation older, but the Goldwing is such a charm. It has a reverse gear, it has an audio system with loudspeakers, and honestly I was scared to take it to the ghat because I was like, it's so heavy, weighs almost 400 kgs. But no problem at all. The motorcycle did inspire me to ride it hard and fast, and it was so comfortable but only a bit heavy when coming to turns. However, it was extremely comfortable to ride on, and most importantly, you felt like the king of the road because the seating posture is so comfortable. It gets heated seat, it gets heated grips, and I mean, this motorcycle has almost everything. Yes, it is very intimidating, weighs close to 400 kgs, but you don't feel that weight at all while riding it. At parking speeds, you do feel that, okay, I need to put in a lot more effort to park it, but otherwise, well, it is just a phenomenal machine. So then we called it a day, and the next day we started early. However, there was a twist in the tale. Because it was drizzling, and the motorcycle which I was riding now was the Honda CVR 650F. This motorcycle is a lovely motorcycle with an inline 4 motor. It sounds very nice, and the good thing is that I was actually riding it on the ghats. The riding posture felt a bit aggressive for my liking, but I had to ride it only for 60 kilometers, after which I swapped for a Honda CBR 500R. Now the 500R is a very important motorcycle. Firstly, it is the highest displacement motorcycle in the A2 category with the highest power as well as the highest torque. So the displacement is 471cc, it's an inline twin and it produces 47 horses and 43 Newton meters of torque. Now immediately I felt very comfortable. The motorcycle is quite compact, and although the instrument cluster is all digital, it doesn't really offer much information. However, the motorcycle is very easy to ride. It has punchy performance. In fact, in third gear itself, it does around 127 kilometers per hour. That's how tall the gearing is on this motorcycle. It felt a bit stiff, but on the Malaysian roads, which were not really smooth, it wasn't bouncy at all, and high speed stability is great as well. Honestly, I like the Honda CBR 500R more than the Kawasaki Ninja 300 and the Yamaha R3, which I rode recently. Honda has no such plans to launch this motorcycle in India, but if it's launched in India for a price of rupees 4 lakhs, it's going to be an immediate success. It is such a brilliant machine. And then I hopped onto the Africa Twin. Yes, another motorcycle which uses a DCT gearbox. Now this is the 2018 version. It's a lovely motorcycle. You can't feel that 245 kgs of weight. It is very capable. The gearbox is extremely slick shifting, and most importantly, you feel like the king of the road because of the high seat height. So plenty of features on this motorcycle, the Africa Twin. In fact, the new cluster looks very nice, although it doesn't get any color. It's a negative display, but yes, it's much better than the older one, which was divided into 4 sections. Punchy performance, good ride quality, and easy to handle as well. And then it started raining, and I thank my stars that I was actually on the Africa Twin, because it felt so comfortable even in the rains. And then finally it was time to call it a day, but not yet, because the night was still remaining. We went to the gala dinner where the MotoGP riders came. Yes, I got a chance to meet Marc Marquez as well as Danny Pedrosa. And my goodness, I was actually nervous, and it was a brilliant experience. The dinner, the whole event was just mind-boggling. All the countries there, all the 6 countries, all the riders, everyone was present, just waiting to get a glimpse of the 5-time MotoGP world champion. And Marquez came. He's so down to earth. He spoke to all of us, and I mean, he came and he went so fast, we were like starstruck completely. But then we got back to the hotel and were preparing for the ride, which was the next morning. Our gear was a bit wet, so we were trying to dry it off using hair dryers and stuff like that. And next day morning, we were up and ready. Got onto our motorcycles, and this is the motorcycle I really wanted to ride, and fortunately I got a chance to ride it. So it happened to be the Honda CB 1100 RS, a retro motorcycle from Honda, an inline 4 which is air cooled, has great amount of performance, looks like $1 million. It's so smooth, so refined, and yet easy to ride as well. And the most important thing is, Honda has proven it that you really don't have to skip on modern features to bring in a retro machine. What a charm! And you know what? We were around 60 riders from the past 2 days who were riding along on various Honda big bikes, and we were joined by another 150 from Malaysia who were mostly on their Fireblades. So all of us rode together to the MotoGP. I still cannot forget when there was a Repsol Honda right next to me, the Fireblade with the tail tidy and a massively loud exhaust, which I was just shaking my helmet completely. We made a lot of noise, the noise of inline 4. And we finally reached the MotoGP and we got to experience MotoGP firsthand. It was such a brilliant experience. To conclude from the Honda Asian Journey 2018, all I can say is it was a great experience riding Honda's big bikes. However, they already have a few on sale in the Indian market. From the CBR 650F to the Africa Twin, as well as the Fireblade and the Goldwing. If you want a Honda big bike, well, they are present in the Indian market, and this event just showed the scale of things. Honda has won the Constructors title as well as the Riders Championship, and they are number 1 as far as MotoGP goes. I might be back in India, but my heart is still in Malaysia. All I can think of is the exhilarating ride, the beautiful roads, and the VIP treatment we got because the Malaysian cops stopped all the traffic and we never stopped anywhere at all. We were just riding on and on and on. Such an amazing experience. Hopefully Honda does more of these, and probably Honda does them in India as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I had fun riding these big Honda bikes in Malaysia. And you know what, if you like this video, you know you have to give it that thumbs up button and also subscribe to the MotorBeam channel. All I can say is right now, Honda. Honda.